Hey everybody, it's Ann Kaplan from Mommy, your mama resource from conception to college. Wherever you are on your momming journey, we are here for you. And this week, surprise, surprise, probably just the same as it is in every other corner of Facebook right now, the theme for this week is gratitude. And I am going to do my utmost to talk about gratitude in a way that all the other places that you're getting bombarded with gratitude by this week are not talking about gratitude. And it's a mom group. It's for all you moms out there. So what am I going to talk about this week? I'm going to talk about how to raise grateful kids. And there's two parts to that. It's the outward behavior and it's the inner actual emotion. So today it's Tuesday. It's my Mythbusters Day. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the outer game and the inner game of gratitude with our kids. The outer game, we all know it. Say thank you. Have good manners. Express gratitude when we're given a present, when someone does something for us, when we ask something and we get it. All of those things that we want our kids to do, right? And what's the inner game? It's that feeling that we're hoping our children have of appreciating their lives and feeling grateful for their blessings. So let's talk about it right now. The myths I want to bust for you. It's Tuesday, my Mythbusters Day. The myths I want to bust for you today. First myth, same myth I bust every week, you guys. You're a bad mom. You're a bad mom if your kids aren't grateful for things, or they're not expressing gratefulness, or they're saying thank you, but it doesn't really seem like they mean it, or they never say thank you. You're a bad mom if you do those, if your child is doing those things. Once again, guys, first step of momming with your head on straight and sanely is to separate your children's behavior from your self-worth. You're not a bad mom if your kid is going through all those things. We're going to be talking about all this week how to separate those things so that we're not beating ourselves up all the time, and we really can be fostering an environment of gratitude and fostering gratitude in our children. So first myth, you're not a bad mom. Come on, you guys, you know that. Myth number two I want to bust for you guys is that when your kid says thank you, it actually means that they're grateful. You guys, come on. Thank you doesn't mean gratitude. Thank you means nothing. And you're going to see as this week goes on what I'm talking about when I talk about thank you. The first step, if you read my blog post already, you know that the first step is separating behavior from morality. Thank you is not an emotion. It is manners. It's a behavior that we teach in our children. And it's really important behavior. It's a very important manner to teach our children. But let's not get confused and think that if our kids don't say thank you, they're not grateful. Or if they do say thank you, they are grateful. Those two things are very, very different. Certain things are learned behaviors, certain things are emotions. And the more that we can separate those things, the less frustrated and angry and like high stakes we're going to feel when we're trying to instill that stuff in our kids. So that's myth number two. Myth number three is that you can actually make your kids grateful. If you've been following me for even 10 minutes in this group, you already know what I'm going to say right now, which is that you can't make anybody do anything, and especially emotions. You cannot make your children feel a thing. You can't make them grateful. We are going to talk this week about how to foster and cultivate gratitude in our children and create an environment that's likely to result in them feeling grateful and having gratitude. But we can't make our kids grateful. We certainly can teach them how to say thank you and raise that expectation and use natural consequences to modify their behaviors and make up the odds that they're going to make good choices. But as far as actually making somebody else feel a thing, that's not possible, even our kids. And the last thing I want to say when it comes to myth busting is that you're powerless, because even though you are not capable of making your kids feel a thing, you're not powerless. I want to bust that myth for you right now. And trust me, I have 2 teenagers running around my house right now and a toddler. I can tell you that there's evidence all day long that if I chose to believe it in the way that it might present itself to me, I could easily feel helpless. I could easily feel like I'm raising a pack of ungrateful, spoiled brats for some of the ways that they treat each other, they treat me, they're careless, they forget things all the time. All of those things, that's just the way kids are. But that doesn't mean that we're powerless. And even if your kids are behaving in those ways at certain times right now, it doesn't mean that they're going to grow up to be psychopaths, I promise. So I hope those myth-busting ideas are helpful for you guys. You know that I love to start the week off by just working on shifting our mindset and breaking breaking down some of these false beliefs that we have about ourselves in relation to our children, because if we don't break those things down, the building up of new behaviors and teaching things to our children and reacting to them in healthier ways are meaningless. So really, really ask yourself, why do I get upset when my kids don't say thank you? What's going on for me there? What have I conflated manners and behaviors to mean about me, about my children, about their future, about how good of a job I'm doing? Because once we put all of that, infuse all of that meaning into what's going on in our lives, it becomes so, so, so hard to remain calm and react in positive ways to our children that are going to be effective and are going to help all of us, our kids and ourselves, be happier and healthier. And if you want some extra help on modifying your reactions to your kids and really reacting to them in ways that are going to foster the behaviors and mindset that you're hoping to cultivate in your children, I really encourage you to check out the masterclass recording that I have for you guys. It's called 3 Secrets to Raising Great Kids Without Losing Your Sanity. And I'm going to put a link to get that free recorded masterclass in the comments below, because it takes all of these concepts that we're talking about when it comes to gratitude so much deeper. I love you guys so much. I hope you're getting ready to have an amazing Thanksgiving. I am planning a massive Thanksgiving party at our house here in Spain. We can't celebrate on Thursday because there's no Thanksgiving in Spain. So everyone is just going about their biz on Thursday. So instead, what we're going to do, we're going to celebrate on Saturday. So that gives me 2 extra days to start planning and everything. And I need it because there ain't no prepared foods here in Spain. I need to make everything from scratch, even the cream corn and my corn pudding. So I hope you guys are having an amazing week. Happy, happy, happy Thanksgiving early to you guys, and keep tuning in all week long because we're going to be unpacking this idea of gratitude all week. Have an amazing day. Bye.